Hello again, it's Cliff here from Down Under. This video is going to be an update video on the Impact Tolerant Touch Probe and how it's all going. I won't go into a detailed history account of the probe because a lot of you will have seen my previous videos. It's going really well. It's been out there and in use around the world for 18 months now, and I haven't had any significant problems. Been getting a lot of good feedback, and I'm really pleased with how it's going. If this probe is new to you, have a look at my YouTube channel Thread Express, the one you're on now. Have a look under the playlists, and you'll see there's two playlists about touch probes. There's one that was produced in about 2015 where I bought a low-cost touch probe and I began to study the subject of low-cost touch probes and what were their strengths and weaknesses. And there's about 8 videos going into the research of low-cost touch probes, and I found that there was sort of 3 real problem areas. One was that they weren't impact tolerant and that you could easily break the styluses, and so I wanted to develop a probe that was impact tolerant. I wanted it to be impact tolerant, reliable, have good long-term reliability, and to be accurate. And those 3 sort of challenges were behind my development of this product in 2016. In 2016 I built different prototypes, and there's a series of videos on the design and development of this probe. In that year there's a playlist of about 10 videos called Hallmark Impact Tolerant Touch Probe. Have a look at those videos. They document that series of the development of this probe to get those 3 features: impact tolerance, accuracy, and long-term reliability. So just have a look at those videos if you're new to this probe. I won't bore you all with all the technical details of it now. So what I'm going to do now is show you a bit of a showcase of the assembly. I've been manufacturing components over the last several weeks, sets of all the various components, and now I'm starting to assemble them up and get them ready for shipping out again. Probably after that I'll put in some clips of machining some of the componentry. Alright, cheers. Well, here I am doing another assembly of the impact tolerant touch probes. Here's some of the completed probes, and behind them packed up ready to go probes. So there we have the bodies, the end caps and stylus assemblies. I'm not actually showing the internals here. I suppose for obvious reasons I'm trying to keep some of the critical internal IP offline, but this is a bit of a showcase of the externals. Here we have the bodies. The hardened alloy steel cylindrically ground arbors. There we're showing with the lock nuts and spring cup washers, and cylindrically ground arbors there, or if you prefer to call them 3/4 inch flanged shanks. Here we've got some of the other componentry, assembly components and bits and pieces. And the critical impact tolerant touch probe gel. It's a special blend I developed in 2016, which is key to the long-term reliability of the contacts. The contacts are submerged inside little reservoirs so that they don't oxidize as readily because they are submerged in this gel, and that's key to the design of the Hallmark probe. each time I put together one of these probes, I run it through a series of tests. One of the important tests is checking the internal electrical switches to make sure that the contacts of the switches are all 100%. There's 6 precision electromechanical switches in these type of probes. So I just plug in a connection to a multimeter. Let's see if I can just show it here. Set it on to ohms, set it on to audio. You can probably hear that beep. And now I can trip the switches in each direction and check that the contact is made after break. So that's break, silence, contact made. Look at the ohms dropping down, break, contact made, break, contact made, break, contact made. Look at the ohms dropping down, and that gives me a pretty quick analysis of the condition of the electrical switch contacts. I forgot to mention the Slant Pro 15L has been a very useful machine in these recent weeks, making some of the componentry. I hope to do some videos on that this year. So if you're interested in one of these impact tolerant touch probes, drop me an email, cliffhalldesign@gmail.com, and we can take it from there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.